Okay, I'm going to attempt to use this fancy tripod that I just got for Christmas for myself to try to record exercise 2-6. Now, exercise 2-6 is on page 52, as you can see. So you may not be able to read it on this video, but just know that that's what I'm going off of. So there's two different ways that we're going to create an income statement. The first one is the traditional, and that's what we're used to from before, and the second one is called a contribution format. Okay, so the first way we're going to do it is by the traditional way. So we're going to take sales, which we always start with, and in this case we sold 20,000 units and they were sold for $30 each. That gives us total sales of $600,000. Next thing we're going to do is take the cost of goods sold. Now, how do we figure out what cost of goods sold is? Well, they tell us that my beginning, I don't know if you can see this on my screen, but they tell us that our beginning inventory, so I'm going to make a little T account for my inventory. My inventory at the beginning was 24,000, and my ending inventory was $44,000, and I made purchases of $180,000. So what must this number be for this to be my ending inventory? Said another way, I started with 24, I added in 80. What must I have subtracted to get me to an ending balance of 44? And the answer is 160. So started with 24, took in 80, took out 160 because they were sold, leaving me an ending inventory of 44. So that's how we calculate that. So there's my 160. All right, then we come up with a gross margin. Hopefully this all looks very familiar to you, and if not, then this is kind of a nice refresher. So here we go. So my gross margin is 44. Now the next thing on a traditional income statement is we take our selling and administrative. Now in this example, selling and administrative actually has two portions. So it has a variable portion, which is $4 a unit, and remember I sold 20,000 units, so that gets me to 80. Then there is a fixed component of 40,000. That gives me a total of selling and administrative of 120. Then I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my administrative. My administrative, the variable portion was $2 a unit times that 20,000 that I sold, giving me 40. There is a fixed portion of 30, giving me a total selling and administrative of 70,000. So my total selling and administrative would be 190. Now, if I take the 440 less the 190, I'm going to come up with a net operating income of 250.